Well, you heard the guy. You got to pay for the place.
The bakers are here, everybody. So
welcome everyone to a day that's been long sought for a lot of people. Let's start with a great big round of applause and congratulations. We're pleased to be here. We've got a lot of people who'd like to say some comments, and so I'm going to turn it over to Laura, who will introduce everyone to make those comments to you. Laura?
Before we cut that ribbon, a couple people to say a few words. First, Cranston, on behalf of our ambassadors, has a few words to say.
Matt, congratulations. This is wonderful. Just the other day, my kids in the car, what's that big building? I just kind of looked at them and smiled. I'm going to be there a lot. This is the brewery. I can't wait to take the tour and, more importantly, indulge in a little bit of on behalf of the ambassadors, I'm sure we feel the same. Congratulations. We wish you all the success. We will support you and provide this black organization.
And Jane is here on behalf of State Representative Dan Brady.
Hi, Dan. Congratulations. And we're really super pleased. Dan called me twice this morning and said, please convey to Matt and Lynn that I really regret that I can't be here today.
They're in session.
We'll come by. Right? Fresh bakers.
We'll make it buy 2 beers, buddy.
And Leah, on behalf of State Senator Jason Barrison.
We have the certificate as well, and the senator wishes he could be here, but his law is
It's
session.
coming Thursday.
Calendar, there you go. So he's really excited about it. Just wishes you guys the best from our team to yours.
Thank you so much.
Mayor Goose, would you like to say a few words as well?
So congratulations on the long-sought project. It's very exciting. Very interesting today that Tom Friedman of the New York Times wrote an article about the United States in places where the economy's good and places where it's not good. And his premise was that it wasn't regions of the country, it wasn't Rust Belt, but it was cities that really did things like Normal and Bloomington, and cities that are failing, but bringing in low-paying jobs and not very excited about the community. And so this is an example of what happens in a great community, when people have faith in the community that they're in and make a bold move like this and build a project like this. So best of luck going forward, and thank you for what you do.
Thank you. This is where I usually mess up. Look what we've accomplished.
Woo!
Yeah. We started out in 2007, November 2007, about a week before the recession. So worst time possible to open a business, but we persevered because we had an incredible quality product, an incredible quality staff, and when you have that combination, people are gonna, if they are gonna go out and spend their hard-earned dollars, they want to get some value in return, and we gave them that. We survived those hard times, and again, look what we've done now. So. Didn't see that. Cut that out. Dang it, this keeps happening. When he worked on something for so long, Lynn bought me my homebrew kit in 1995 for Christmas that year. And when you go from a 5-gallon batch to we're brewing, thousands of gallons of beer in a day, it's really remarkable what you can do from what's just a hobby and a passion into what we've created here. And not just created for Destihl, but created for the community, created for the state of Illinois, which is a challenging state, not to, whatever, but I know our local representatives are doing all they can to make this a great state to do business in, and our local officials as well. Our anchor is firmly planted, and we firmly planted it even more here. It was less than a year ago we broke ground. It seems literally like yesterday. It was a hard year. It didn't seem like yesterday, but now it seems like yesterday. So we broke ground last June over there, and it was just a field at the time. And we took a field. I grew up on a farm, and it was just making corn, which I kind of felt guilty because we took it out of production. I had faith in our farmers that they'll be able to replace that. But we took a field in town and turned it into this. And I thank everybody that's been involved with it. So I have a few thank yous. I'm gonna, most likely, everybody knows this with me, that I forget people. So I'm gonna not name anybody really specifically other than Lynn. And will thank Lynn for buying that first homebrew kit, which converted me from just being a practicing attorney into, I guess, whatever I am, jack of all trades, a great company. And, but also not just that homebrew kit, but all the patience to get to where we are today, and allowing me to change careers, and having the patience to get to where we are now as a company. With the location here at the brew pub in Normal, the brew pub in Champaign, which kind of opened at the tail end of the recession, and then this. So Lynn for sure, and my family, because they've given up time with me to make this happen. Our entire Destihl crew, we have way too many people to thank by name. You all know, every one of you are key to this operation. We'll be pushing 300 employees, within a few weeks here probably. And that started with about 85 employees over at the Normal Brew Pub. And that's just a start. We have plans beyond this because my nature is to keep growing. And I'll get bored and we'll move on to the next project. I'd like to thank all of our investors that invested with us at the very start and either reinvested with us or came along later on to, again, believe in the vision that we have as a company, the long-term vision that we have as a company. Obviously our contractors that have built a beautiful building and have been patient with us and, oh, move that, all that kind of stuff. Brewery Construction is our contractors, and we've got a lot of great subs as well on this project. The Brewery's been great to work with. They're part of our Destihl family now. Our architect, Shai Pattery, kind of took a vision of really what we wanted, which is exactly what we got. And that's all you can ask for in an architect is to, and engineers, is to, from an engineering standpoint, to make sure that everything actually works. It's not a simple building. There's a lot of, this is not only a retail facility, but if you get an opportunity to see the production facility, it's a huge production manufacturing facility that we now have in Normal, Illinois. And I think when you see the scope of it, it's awesome. Obviously, financially, we'd love to thank our bank, First Midwest Bank. Without them, this wouldn't be here. And the SBA as well. Summicor, which really helped the other part of this financial arrangement that we have with First Midwest Bank to make this all happen. Again, we couldn't have done it without any of them. We would have been building a little 5,000 square foot building somewhere. So, EDC for adding this property to the enterprise zone, which was key and will continue to be key as we continue to grow. And the Chamber of Commerce for hosting the event. Town of Normal for giving us our liquor license a few days ago. A very key component. And our occupancy just Monday, by the way. You've timed it out right when you're opening 2 days after your occupancy. It happens every time. When we open in Normal, I think we got it at the brew pub. We're in Normal again here. But when we opened the brew pub, I think we got it the day of or maybe the day before. You timed it right when you're opening at that last minute. You push it to the limits. You can make it happen. All of our local officials, local state reps, state senator, Senator Barrickman, Dan Brady has been a big help. We had to change a lot of laws in the state of Illinois to even allow this facility to even happen, if you can imagine that. And we used to be capped in Illinois at 15,000 barrels of production just because we owned a brew pub. And I've been on the Illinois Craft Brewers for the last few years to get that cap increase from 15,000 barrels to 120,000 barrels. But because we existed as a company before a lot of the states started imposing caps when there really shouldn't even be caps, we actually got grandfathered. And as of right now, the way I interpret the law in my former legal career, we don't actually have a production cap right now because we got grandfathered, which means that we can keep growing in this community, which is going to be a great thing for Destihl and a great thing for the town of Normal and the Bloomington Normal community and the Pike County overall. I'd like to have a special shout out. Again, I mentioned Lynn by name, and I'd also like to have a special shout out to Mike White, who's been a really key person in terms of getting this project built, the land, all the due diligence that it really took to get this thing opened up. Also a special shout out to my key partners in the business, which be Jason Bratcher, our COO. Right behind you. Yeah, there you go. Lori Nelson, our CFO, and then Lori. Oh, there she is, Lori. So she makes sure everybody's bills that are from this community are getting paid. So yeah, thank you, Lori. And also a special shout out to Troy Nelson that we lost in 2008. He was our original managing partner and still is here in spirit. So I can stop this. Don't take a picture, Panagram. So, no, I'm telling you, I'm going to take that camera out of here. And of course, we couldn't do any of this without all the fans of our beer around the country and literally around the world, which we're getting to. We can't distribute there yet, but we'll get there with this facility. But we are in 20 states, and we couldn't be in that many states if people didn't love the beers that we produce. And we obviously all of our guests that have loved our restaurant since 2007 and have been loyal guests since then. And that's how we got started. People loving what we did and to get to where we are today. And fortunately, we were finally be able to distribute our beers just starting back in 2013. We started distributing in September of that year, August, I guess, technically. So to go from a relatively small startup brewery in 2013, not that long ago, to what we've done today is really remarkable. So I think really everybody in this group, because I'm sure you've all consumed our beer and our food before. If you haven't, then we need to have words. So with that.
Open them, but don't cut yet. Act like
Okay.
you're going to cut.
Okay.